Hi, I'm Mike. My wife and I have been coming to Seoul for around 8 years.
And I'm Sasha, and I have also been part of our community for about 8 years.
And we were both on the last team trip to Ukraine. I think one thing we both learned while we were in Ukraine was that it didn't really matter that we were Canadian and they were Ukrainian. We were just followers of Jesus together. And that in there was a unity amongst us that I don't think would have been there if Jesus wasn't.
Yeah, and we were there to serve the same God with our hearts aligned for the same purpose and the same vision, that these kids would meet Jesus and have a life-giving relationship with him.
I think a big challenge for me was preparing for one thing, but getting something a little different when we were out there. So we were given an idea of what we were going to be doing at the camp, but when we got there, it changed very quickly to something a little different, and just being able to roll with that situation and still serve in that capacity, God still was able to do incredible things through that.
I went in there thinking I was going to be a youth leader in a sense, and I turned out to be a media assistant the entire time and using the gifts that God has given me just to serve there. God was still able to use my story and my gifts and speak into these kids' lives that were really impacted that week.
One of my favorite moments was getting the kids at the camp to teach me Ukrainian. I know we went there with the capacity of teaching them to speak English, but I found out that when I asked them to teach me Ukrainian, they were all incredibly surprised that I wanted to learn their language.
I went in there with the expectation that I was gonna go and connect with all these kids, which totally happened, and I built incredible relationships that week. But also I didn't realize the community that I would find among the leaders that I was with. And I think the friendships that have developed, and those are friendships that I still have to this day. And it's been beautiful to see how God has used international relationships to build his kingdom.
I think for me and my understanding of a really short-term mission trip like that is I feel like I don't really contribute that much, and that it's almost more for my own experience and gain rather than someone else's. But recognizing kind of the impact that we made in such a short time while we were there, I think God just revealed to me that the little time that we do have, he can do great things. And I know here at Seoul, we believe that we can make a difference. And I think God really showed that when we were in Ukraine.
Yeah, and I think going to Ukraine, we knew that we were going to teach these kids about Jesus, and that was the point of us going. A lot of them have never heard the gospel or know who he was, and it was a moment of they could have a life-giving relationship with him. But I know it doesn't end there. The message of Jesus really is for everyone. We say it on Sundays, it's family values. We have it up in our conference room. That's the core of who we are, that we go and we speak the Great Commission, and we're called to do that in our daily life, in our daily walk, in our relationship with God, that it looks like us inviting people to church with us. It's sharing the message with our family members and friends who don't know Christ.